This video was brought to you by my loyal patrons. Pledge today and you can participate in choosing what video comes to the channel next. Link in the description. We live in the age of digital streaming. Every show or movie you can think of, right at your fingertips with the clicks of a few buttons. Gone are the days of inserting a clunky black block into a rectangular hole, or sliding out a tray to put a shiny circle disc on. Physical media is slowly on its way out. But not in this household. Thomas & Friends is a show that killed it in the home media department. Ever since its inception in the 80s, Thomas tapes and DVDs were prominently in stores, lining shelves with countless titles. Until the last few years, of course, where you'd be lucky to find, well, really anything Thomas related on the store shelves. I'm a big supporter of physical media, and I'm also a huge Thomas fan. So naturally, over the years, I've accumulated quite the collection of VHS tapes and DVDs. And today I'd like to go through everything that I own. Most of the first 21 seasons are all right here on these shelves, and we're going to take a look at all of them one by one. As I live in America, the majority of the collection is American releases. But I also have a big chunk of British and Japanese as well. We'll go through American releases first, and then into the foreign stuff. Let's begin. So of course, no Thomas home media collection would be complete without the first volume. Thomas Gets Tricked, featuring the first 7 episodes of the first season, narrated by Ringo Starr. This is the '95 Anchor Bay release of the tape, and the same version that I grew up with. This isn't the exact tape I owned as a kid, all of those are long gone now, but this is the same edition. The early Anchor Bay covers with those train tracks background patterns are so nostalgic to me. They remind me so much of my childhood. And here is a sealed copy of the same tape. I have a bunch of sealed VHS in the collection, and I have all of them in protective sleeves. In fact, all my tapes are in sleeves, to keep them from gaining more wear over time. And here's the 2007 DVD release of Thomas Gets Tricked, with that weird photoshopped cover that no one really likes. Next up is James Learns a Lesson, the '95 Anchor Bay release. As a kid, this and Tricked were the two tapes that I watched the least. They were the only Ringo tapes I had, and I didn't really care for him as a narrator back then. Of course I love him now, but James Learns a Lesson was probably the least touched tape in my collection back then, because I also thought back then that all the episodes on it were kind of boring. And here is the 2001 Anchor Bay release with the updated cover style we all love. I have to say, I think this is one of Anchor Bay's best cover designs. The colors are great, that teal really bounces off of James's red and Thomas's blue. The focal characters on here perfectly showcase what this tape is all about. It's half James focused episodes and half Thomas. All the photos on the front and back cover are from season 1, just an all-round well-designed cover. Love this one. And here's the 2001 VHS again, but sealed. And here is the Anchor Bay DVD release. Virtually the same cover, but formatted for DVD. Very lovely. And here is the 2009 Lionsgate DVD release. A while back, I made an attempt to get every Lionsgate reprint of the Anchor Bay DVDs, just so all the spines would look unified on a shelf. I got a good lot of them, but still have many more to find. In case you're curious what the differences are design-wise, the Lionsgate spines use the newer white HIT logo at the top, the little Thomas avatar is in an oval at the bottom, the Steam logo on the front cover has a drop shadow, and the back cover features the official website URL more prominently under the episode list. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. Next up is the only first edition VHS in my collection, and it is Volume 3, Tenders and Turntables, the Strand VCI release. I was lucky enough to find this baby sealed. Not often that first editions come up like that, so I figured I had to snag it. And this is the '92 release of Tenders and Turntables. This tape and the next two are totally foreign to me. I never owned these three as a kid because they never re-released them again after 1994. I'll never understand why. If they were trying to bury Ringo Starr, then why'd they keep re-releasing the first two tapes? Anyone's guess. And here is the 92 release of Thomas Breaks the Rules. Again, a tape I am rather unfamiliar with. Actually got this guy from Oliver 11 GWR, who helped me find a bunch of tapes that I was missing. Thanks for sending this, Nate. And finishing off the Ringo releases, we have Better Late Than Never, the 92 release. I think this is one of the 3 ever releases to feature Duck on the front cover. The others being The Thomas Way, a CGI DVD from 2013, and a sampler DVD that was in a wooden railway set. He got around. Love the purple color of this one. Shame it never got re-released later on. And here's the 95 Anchor Bay release of Trust Thomas, the first VHS to feature the almighty George Carlin. Have a lot of fond memories of this one from childhood, a total classic. And here's the 2003 reprint with the new covers. Lovely design. Love the purple, of course, and I love that Mavis is on the front cover since her 2 starring episodes are on this. Overall, another great redesign. And here's the 2007 DVD release, featuring the same cover. Not much to say here. Next up is Volume 7, Thomas Gets Bumped, weirdly featuring a photo of Harold on the cover, who is not a major player on this tape whatsoever. Even as a kid I was like, why Harold? It must have sold well as a result though, because they kept him on the cover when they redesigned it. Here's a fun variant, the 2003 VHS re-release. However, this one is sealed and comes with a bonus cassette tape, which features songs. I bought this thinking, oh, this is fun and different and probably rare, and kind of regret it because that cassette tape stuck to the front makes storing this on a shelf a pain in the butt. Still happy to have it regardless though. And here's the 2006 DVD release. I do love the darker blue of the redesign. I just don't understand why it's Harold on the front cover. Sometimes these Anchor Bay covers chose the weirdest characters for the covers. We're gonna see some weird ones as we go along here. Next up is the 95 release of Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon by Anchor Bay. Another kinda weird cover design. Like, I know Bill and Ben centric episodes are on this tape, but it's called Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon. With a title like that, surely the cover should be The Dragon? Not as weird as the first edition release though, which had Diesel on it for some reason. Diesel is not in a single episode on this tape, what the hell? Ah, much better. The 2003 re-release is perfect. The dragon is the focus character, and that green background contrasts its bright yellows and reds very well. Another banger Anchor Bay cover. And here is the 2006 DVD. Not much to say about it, other than the rather noticeable Photoshop job on the front cover there. Yeah, not so pretty. And here's the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Again, no differences really, other than the updated spine art. Up next is Volume 9, Daisy. For some reason, I've found that this is the hardest of the 95 Anchor Bay tapes to come by. This one doesn't come up as often as the others. But I got pretty lucky, and found this girl sealed. And here is the 2008 DVD, which was retitled Percy Takes the Plunge. I totally get why they would want to retitle this. That episode is far more memorable and makes for a better cover than just Daisy. How boring. Though I have to say this is kind of a bad cover though. It's very obviously photoshopped. And why on earth is Percy happy here? Very strange. And here's the 2009 Lionsgate release. The Steam Cloud logo is bigger on this one, which I never noticed until now. What a pointless change. Next up is James Goes Buzz Buzz, the 95 release. Great cover, always liked this one. Awesome selection of episodes too. And here is the 2007 DVD release. I know this era of the Anchor Bay covers is kinda looked down on by fans, but I actually kinda like this one. They actually pretty accurately redrew the bee from the episode for it. That's neat attention to detail. And here is the 2009 Lionsgate release, still sealed. Next up is one of my favorite VHS tapes from childhood, Percy's Ghostly Trick. One of the few 94 releases I have. And actually, I think it's the only one. This is actually the Canadian QFE release, and I only know that because of the different logo on the spine. Still exactly the same as the American tape, just different logo on the case. This was also given to me by Oliver11 GWR. Thanks again, man. And here's the 95 Anchor Bay release, the version I had growing up. This tape felt so special as a kid. It starts off with a song, so right away it feels like a special occasion. And then it features some of the best episodes ever from the show. Ghost Train, Escape, All at Sea, all on this one. S-tier VHS, one of the best ever. And because I love this tape so much, I also have a sealed copy. The VHS cover never got a redesign in the 2000s, but they did redesign it for the DVD release. Here's the 2007 edition, another banger cover. Love that color. And for good measure, here's the 2009 Lionsgate edition. I have a lot of copies of this release. Can you tell I love it? Moving on, here's the 96 release of Thomas's Christmas Party, another tape I watched very little of in childhood. The reason why is because my mom actually packed this away with all of our Christmas tapes, so I only ever really watched it during that time of year. Made it feel kind of special though, you know? I also have a sealed copy of this. Love the metallic sheen to this one. Very elegant looking. Moving on to another S-tier tape, here is Rusty to the Rescue, the 96 Anchor Bay release. The first season 4 tape in the States, and God, they chose the best episodes for it. This one always felt so eerie and above the others as a kid, since the majority of it is all narrow gauge episodes, and 3 of the episodes are kind of sad in tone. Grandpuff of course ends on a sad note, the aftermath of Peter Sam's crash is kinda dour, and then Rusty to the Rescue is just super eerie. Weird tape, but I loved it, and I still do. And here's the ugliest DVD cover of all time, the 2008 DVD. What were they smoking when they designed this? Colors are so garish, Rusty looks crazy. Not to mention it's the wrong Rusty prop. Huge blotch of red behind him they forgot to erase out. Just sloppy. Looks so photoshopped. Honestly looks like one of my thumbnails. Next up is Thomas and the Special Letter, the 2000 reprint with the 95 cover. Always loved that shot of Thomas on the front. It's a very cozy photo. Remember how I said we'd be seeing some weird Anchor Bay covers as we went along? Well, this might be the strangest of them all. Why is Birdie on this? Birdie isn't in any of the episodes on this one, period. But I kind of love this cover. The photo they chose of him is so funny, looking directly at the camera, right into my soul. This giant birdie juxtapositioned above this sad photo of Thomas in a wreck is so funny. It's like Birdie caused the crash or something, and is now asserting dominance by looking right at us and saying, "I won, bitch." Such a strange cover, but it's hilarious. I love it. And here's the 2007 DVD release. Not much to say here. And the 2009 Lionsgate release. Again, not much to say. Next up is Thomas and His Friends Help Out, the States' first mega bumper tape, with 11 episodes. One of each from the first 11 volumes. This is the 96 Anchor Bay release. This version of the cover is kind of foreign to me since I lost it when I was a kid. I always forgot what episodes were on this as a result, so it was always kind of a surprise when I plucked it in to watch. And here's the 2002 re-release. Really love the cover for this one. All photos. And here's the 2002 re-release. Really love the cover for this one. All photos from the episodes featured, and that red-orange background really pops. Solid cover. And here is the 2003 DVD. Same cover, not much to say. And here's the 2009 Lionsgate release. Again, nothing to say. And lastly, here is another variant, simply called Friends Help Out, also from 2009. I don't know the details behind this cover design. I think it was a part of a line of reprints exclusive to Walmart or something. It's the only one in this style that I have. It's the same exact content on the DVD itself, though they did swap out the hit logo with the modern one at the beginning. So that's kind of interesting. Another S-tier tape, Gallant Old Engine from '96. given to me by the Star Switcher. Thanks, man. Another release with some of the best episodes ever. Gallant Old Engine, You Can't Win, and finishing strong with Fish. Glorious. This one is kind of special to me because my grandma kept a copy of this at her place. So whenever I went over to stay with her, this is the tape that I would watch there. So the episodes on it kind of hold some special value to me. And here is the 2001 re-release. Another rather strange cover choice. I love the colors and the photos they chose, but why Gordon? Why is Gordon on the front? Why not Henry, since he's the lead of 2 of the episodes? Weird choice, but I still really love this cover. Such a shame they never released it as a DVD like this. Also have another copy of this edition, sealed. And here's the DVD release from 2008, retitled Henry and the Elephant. Like Daisy, I get why they retitled it. It's also not the worst cover from this era. It's definitely a little more restrained than some of the others. And here's the 2009 Lionsgate release. Nothing to say here. Here is Sing Along and Stories, our first song compilation tape, featuring all the music videos from season 4 and 2 episodes. Another one that I did not watch a lot as a kid. As a kid, I just wanted to watch the episodes. The songs didn't matter to me that much. So when I did watch it, I would always fast forward through the songs to get to the episodes. Yeah, I was one of those kids. And here's the 2002 reprint. Pretty good cover. I love that they used that shot from Bulldog on the front. That's pretty impacting. And the 2006 DVD, which features an additional music video at the end. Ooh. And here's the 2009 Lionsgate release, which they gave a brand new cover design and retitled Hop On Board, Songs and Stories. This release features a bonus CD that had some songs on it, including the Engine Roll Call. Ugh. And the final Season 4 tape, Thomas Meets the Queen from '97. Somehow, this never got a cover update or a DVD release. No idea why. I wonder if it sold badly. It's a shame though, because it has some banger episodes on it. Special Funnel, Train Stops Play, 4 Little Engines, the goddamn Island song. It's an S-tier tape, easily. Another big collection tape, this is Thomas and His Friends Get Along. I am missing the original '98 release, but I have the 2001 with the new cover. Strange cover. I don't know what happened here. Why is there a photo of Duncan on the front? That episode's not on this. Good tape though. Lots of great episodes. And here's the 2004 DVD release with the same cover. Not much to say here. Next up is another favorite from childhood. Thomas Comes to Breakfast, the '98 edition. Okay, so a little trivial fact about me. Following Thomas Comes to Breakfast on this tape is Pop Goes the Diesel. I didn't have the books as a kid, so I didn't know the official episode orders. When Sir Topham Hatt says,
"Meanwhile, a diesel rail car will do your work,"
and then Diesel shows up in the next episode, I always thought he was referring to Diesel coming to do Thomas's work. I didn't know for ages that Daisy is the one that was meant to follow this. It was only once I had the Big Railway Series book did I finally make that connection. And here's the 2000 VHS. Another rather strange cover. Why is Henry on the front? Why is there a photo from Trust Thomas at the bottom? So many questions. Great colors though. Again, kinda sad they didn't use this for the DVD. Here's the 2006 DVD, which featured another new cover. Now it's dark blue, and Henry has been swapped with Thomas. Still using that Trust Thomas photo at the bottom though. And you guessed it, the 2009 Lionsgate release. I'm literally just realizing now that they actually went in and color corrected Thomas's face for this reprint, so it's a lot less yellow. That's cool, I never noticed that before. Next up is A Big Day for Thomas, the 2007 DVD release. I do not have a VHS copy of this tape. They are weirdly kind of hard to find, at least at a decent price. The original '98 tape is super rare apparently. I think it was only available in a 2-pack with breakfast, so yeah, good luck on me finding that, right? The 2003 tape is weirdly kind of expensive too. I don't know why. But I have the DVD, so good enough. And here's a weird addition that I found recently. It's the 2009 Lionsgate release, but with an updated slipcover, and it features flashcards. I got this sealed and the cards just seem to be laying loose in there, so I don't plan on opening it. Interesting release though, had to grab it when I saw it. Next up is Cranky Bugs, the first tape of Season 5 and the first release to feature Alec Baldwin. This is the 2001 reprint with the newer logo on it. I bought this edition because I wanted all my Anchor Bay tapes to be unified on the shelf. Same logos, Thomas clip art, and all. And here's the 2002 Anchor Bay DVD. Next up is Races, Rescues, and Runaways. Just like Cranky Bugs, this is the 2001 reprint with the new logo. Here is the 2002 Anchor Bay DVD. And the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Next up is 10 Years of Thomas, that special tape with footage of Day Out with Thomas at Strasbourg, interspliced between the episodes. I always loved this release as a kid. It made me want to go to Day Out with Thomas so badly. This is the 2001 reprint with the new logo. And it's still sealed. And here is the 2005 Anchor Bay DVD. And the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Interesting note here, despite the spine change, the 2009 one still labels this as a collector's edition. Neat. And here is Spills and Chills and Other Thomas Thrills. And this tape bugs the hell out of me. I love the tape itself to death, it's all S-tier episodes on it, but it's the case that makes me upset. As far as I know, this is the only tape they never re-released with an updated spine. All of my Anchor Bay tapes are unified with the clip art Thomas, and then there's Spills and Chills with that photo of Thomas throwing all unity out the window. Ugh, I hate you. And here's the 2002 Anchor Bay DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Next up is Make Someone Happy. I like this tape, but it always kind of felt like it was the leftover Season 5 tape. Like they put all the exciting, adventurous episodes on the previous 3, and then just threw the remainders on this one. It's still a good tape though, plenty of sweet episodes on this. And here's the 2002 Anchor Bay DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Next up is Thomas's Christmas Wonderland from 2000, a tape I probably watched like twice as a kid. There's only one new episode on it at the beginning, so after that I usually turned it off or stopped paying attention. It's a lovely release though, really nice cover. I also have a sealed copy of this tape. Strangely, was not that hard to find. What is hard to find is the original 2002 DVD release of this, which I only got very recently. This thing is ridiculously rare. From what I understand, it only came out like once, and it was only in a thicker case that included a bonus CD with songs on it. They never released this again with this cover, and I assume it's because Thomas's Snowy Surprise came out the next year, so they prioritized that one. For years, this was the only Anchor Bay DVD I didn't own, and I pretty much wrote it off as never obtaining. Until one fateful day, I found this in a DVD shop in Seattle. Of all Thomas DVDs this shop had, they had this one. The exact one I could not find anywhere. Must have been fate. Sadly, it's missing the bonus CD, but I don't even care. I'm just happy to have a complete set now. And here is the 2007 DVD release, with a brand new cover and retitled Ultimate Christmas. It's the exact same contents as Wonderland, but they added 3 episodes from Snowy Surprise at the end. So it's kind of a weird combination of both DVDs. Kinda neat, I guess. And here is the 2009 Lionsgate release, still sealed. And the 2014 Universal re-release, also still sealed. And here's the greatest movie of all time, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. This is the VHS from 2000, I believe, but it's the rarer version in a slipcover rather than a clamshell. I very fortunately found this guy sealed. I don't think this comes up that often, so I'm happy to get it. And here is the original DVD release of the film. I think everyone and their grandma owns this. You could find this at Target in their $5 bin for years. It was everywhere. And the 2020 Special Edition Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Honestly, this is a pretty damn fun release. The movie looks great on this, and all the special features and interview stuff are all really interesting. I bought this specifically when I was working on the Magic Railroad review earlier this year, and I don't regret it. It's the best release of this film in my opinion. Here is Thomas's Trackside Tunes from 2001, the second song compilation tape. Another one I skipped through a lot as a kid. It had only one new episode on it, and that's all I cared about. Just like Gallant Old Engine, it's a shame this version of the cover didn't make it to the DVD. Here's the 2008 Anchor Bay DVD with an updated cover and its title shortened to just Trackside Tunes. Again, it's not the worst cover from this era, but the colors are pretty garish here. Why is Toby's trim blue? Also, the most boring photos they could have chosen for the back cover. 2001 was that awkward gap year where there were no new seasons, so they released a bunch of best of tapes. The first was Best of Percy. I don't own the VHS, but I do have the DVD from 2002. I really don't like these best of front covers. They're very uninteresting to me. Does anyone actually like the clip art of the characters from this era? They were so overused, I'm just so tired of seeing them. And here is the 2009 Lionsgate release. Next up is Best of Thomas, which I do have the VHS of, and still sealed, so that's fun. And the 2001 DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate release. Next up is, you guessed it, Best of James, which I also do not have the VHS of. Here is the 2002 Anchor Bay DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Finally, new episodes. The start of Season 6, Salty's Secret. This is the 2002 VHS, which I also have a copy of sealed. And a second copy sealed. I have a lot of this tape and I don't know why. And here is the 2002 Anchor Bay DVD. Next up is Percy's Chocolate Crunch, the first release under Hit Entertainment. I don't have the VHS of this, but I have the DVD from 2003, and the 2009 Lionsgate release. Next is James and the Red Balloon. Also missing the VHS of this, but I have the 2003 DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Fun fact, this came with the disc from the weird Walmart line version. I played it, and just like Friends Help Out, it features the updated Hit logo at the beginning. I don't know if it was supposed to be in this case, but it is, so that's fun. Next up is a sampler DVD called Fun with Thomas. I looked up the release of this, and it came out in 2003, so I'm placing it here. This guy came with a wooden railway set, and features 2 episodes that feature Duck and Thomas of all characters. That's pretty neat if you ask me. Next up is Thomas's Snowy Surprise, and god, do I have a lot of copies of this one. Here is the original 2003 VHS, still sealed. Absolutely love the metallic glittery effect on the front cover. And then we have the original 2003 DVD release. This is the regular singular one with the glittery front cover. And then here is a variant of the 2003 release, which came in a thick case and with a bonus CD. And here's what I think is the 2004 regular DVD release, which is in a regular size case and had the cool glittery effect on the front cover removed. Here is the 2009 Lionsgate release, and the 2014 Universal release. This must have been a DVD that sold really well if they kept reprinting it all the way up to 2014. I remember seeing this thing on the shelf in Fred Meyer in 2020. The fact it was around that long, pretty impressive. Next up is Best of Gordon, the original 2003 VHS, still sealed. And here is the 2004 Anchor Bay DVD. And the 2009 Lionsgate DVD. Boring front cover, but banger episodes. I was always sad that they never did a Best of Henry after this one. They totally could have. Here we have New Friends for Thomas from 2004 sealed, a very strange release in the States. A lot of exclusives to this one. This is the only ever release here to feature Michael Angelis as the narrator, the only ever release to feature the original Season 7 intro, and one of 2 releases ever here to feature Season 7 episodes with the original Mike and Jr. score. A very, very strange one, but I love it. It stuck out to me a lot when it came out. And here is the 2004 Anchor Bay DVD, complete with an Arthur postcard inside. And here is a weird variant of the 2009 Lionsgate release. I bought this thinking it was the regular Lionsgate one, but it isn't. It says Lion Cub on the spine. I have no idea what this is. Anyone have any info? Tell me in the comments. Here's Steamies vs. Diesels, the 2004 VHS, still sealed. Probably the easiest tape to find sealed. And the DVD release from the same year. This release was kind of the beginning of the end, honestly. This was the first release to feature the Season 8 theme song and Michael Brandon. I remember getting this DVD and being confused and disappointed immediately. I disliked the new theme song, and I still do. It just doesn't compete with the classic, and I still don't understand why they changed it. Next up is Thomas and the Jet Engine, the last release to feature the old format with the old theme song. This is the 2004 Anchor Bay VHS, this is the 2004 Anchor Bay DVD, and the, you guessed it, 2009 Lionsgate DVD. It's Great to Be an Engine, 2004 VHS from Hit Entertainment, still sealed. I got this guy in a lot, probably wouldn't have bought it otherwise. And the original 2004 DVD as well. Next up is Hooray for Thomas, the VHS from 2005. The first all Season 7 release here, and sadly all the episodes have the new Robert Hartshorn score. Weirdly though, this still uses the nameboard intermissions between episodes, which is so odd. Weird collision of worlds here. I also have this guy sealed. Honestly, it was a pretty easy VHS to find. I also have the 2005 Anchor Bay DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate one. Here is Thomas's Sodor Celebration from Hit Entertainment. I don't have the VHS of this one, but I have the 2005 DVD, and the 2009 Lionsgate reprint, because of course I do. Next up is Songs from the Station. Only the 2005 DVD of this one. This is a DVD they weirdly never re-released, ever. Lionsgate never touched this one. I wonder why. Did it not sell well? Here is Percy Saves the Day, another Season 7 release. This is the original 2005 VHS, and another copy sealed. Again, a pretty easy VHS to find. I also have the 2005 DVD of this, but I don't have the Lionsgate one. This is one of the rarer Lionsgate releases. This, Salty Secret, and Trust Thomas just never come up. Here's the second movie, Calling All Engines. I don't have the VHS of this guy, but I have the original 2005 DVD, as well as the 2009 Lionsgate release. It has been re-released a zillion times, but this is all I have, at least right now. Up next is a very sought-after VHS, Thomas and the Really Brave Engines, which I managed to snag recently for a very good price, still sealed. This thing is very rare from what I understand, as it was one of the last VHS tapes made and didn't circulate. The prices I've seen for this thing go for is ridiculous, even worn open copies upwards of $60. And here is the 2006 Anchor Bay DVD, and the somewhat rare 2009 Lionsgate release. Next up is Track Stars, which is another DVD that I always forget exists. I only have the 2014 Universal release of this guy. I gotta work on getting the rest. Here we have Tales on the Tracks, first release of Season 9 in the States. This is the 2006 Hit Entertainment release, and also the 2009 Lionsgate release. I don't have it, but this was the final ever VHS in the States. If you have the VHS of this guy, you better hold on to it, because it's pretty rare from what I understand. Next up is On Site with Thomas, the first of the two Jack in the Pack DVDs. This is the 2006 Anchor Bay release, and the 2009 Lionsgate reprint. All the photos on the case are from the two Season 6 episodes. Did they just not take promotional photos while filming the pack episodes? Very strange. Next up is another special bumper release, Thomas's Halloween Adventures, featuring 11 spooky episodes from across the series. Well, more like 6 spooky episodes and 5 others that have titles that sort of sound spooky. Seriously, Thomas Gets Tricked, Diesel's Devious Deed, and Gordon and the Gremlin are on here. Why? Clearly, whoever chose the episodes for this never watched them and selected them based on titles alone. Not to mention, Emily is on the cover, which suggests the episode Halloween would probably be on here, but it's strangely not. What a weird episode to not include on a Halloween compilation. Despite that, I love this DVD. All the episodes are remastered, and it's kind of fun jumping between all three different narrators. It's a cool DVD, I like it. I also have the 2009 Lionsgate reprint of this, because of course I do. Are you surprised? Here is Come Ride the Rails, another DVD I forget exists. Could not tell you what episodes are on this one. Only have the 2009 Lionsgate release of this guy. Next up is Milkshake Muddle. Again, I could not tell you what episodes are on this, besides Thomas's Milkshake Muddle. This is the 2007 original 20th Century Fox release. Here is Thomas's Trusty Friends, the second Jack in the Pack DVD. This is the 2007 Anchor Bay release. But you know that I have the 2009 Lionsgate one as well. Here is Carnival Capers, 2007 from 20th Century Fox. I own this, but I don't think I've ever watched it. Next up is Thomas and the Toy Workshop. Yeah. 2007 from Anchor Bay and 2009 from Lionsgate. Thomas and the Treasure, 2008 from Anchor Bay and 2009 from Lionsgate. This DVD always bugged me because the Anchor Bay release forgot to add the Thomas clip art on the spine. It looks so naked without it. Alright, here we go! Another weird-ass bumper release. Mud Glorious Mud, 2008 from Anchor Bay. This has got to be one of the weirdest compilation releases out there. It has the last Jack episode we were missing, the last Season 7 episode we were missing, a random Season 10 episode, 2 Season 6 episodes with Alec Baldwin narrating, and to finish it all off, a random episode from Season 3 with George Carlin narrating. All complete with the new theme song and the Modern Engine bumper intermissions. It's such a weird-ass release, but I love it. I love compilation DVDs. They're always so inventive and quirky. I also have the 2009 Lionsgate reprint because of course I do. Engines and Escapades, whatever. The third movie, The Great Discovery, featuring Pierce Brosnan as the narrator, and the first official release under Lionsgate in 2008. I really enjoy this film. It's a really nice send-off to the model era of Thomas. Here we have Railway Friends, the first of the abysmal Season 12 DVDs. And here's High Speed Adventures. This is certainly a DVD that exists. Team Up with Thomas, a DVD I am like 95% sure I've never actually watched. Percy and the Bandstand, one I am 100% sure I have never watched. Here's an interesting one, Holiday Express from 2009. Another Christmas compilation DVD, but this one did something no other release has ever done before. Every episode on this DVD has its own intro and end credits. First time it's ever been done in the States, at least on a mainstream release. It's another weird compilation too, with the first episode being a Season 3 one with George Carlin narrating, then a Season 7 one with Michael Brandon, and the rest are all random ones from the hit era. It's also the first DVD with language options for classic episodes, so that's something. This was the first time I ever heard a classic episode in French. Pretty cool. I also have the 2014 Universal Canadian release of this, with both the English and French titles on the cover and spine. All the content on the disc is the same as the American one. And here's another mega bumper compilation release, The Greatest Stories, released in 2010. 20 of the so-called greatest episodes from across all of the model seasons of Thomas in honor of the franchise's 65th anniversary that year, across 2 discs and a bunch of bonus features. Honestly, I love the idea of this release. There's never been anything like it prior. All the classic episodes featured are remastered, and every narrator gets some attention. Also love those language options. My only gripe with this is that I think the episode choices are a bit weird. There's a lot of hit era on this, and only one Baldwin episode. Also, I'm sorry, before a DVD called The Greatest Stories, they chose some pretty mid episodes for this. Diesel's Devious Deed? What? That one's good, but one of the greatest? I don't know about that. Skarloey storms through. Duncan does it all. Does anyone even remember that episode? Still a great idea for a DVD, and I am glad I have it. I wish they did more like this. And they did! In 2012, they did another Mega Bumper DVD featuring 20 more episodes across the series. This one is called Engine Friends, and the episode selection was much better, featuring 4 Ringo episodes, 2 of which had never been released on home media in the States prior, the Grandpuff 2-parter, wow, lots of Baldwin episodes, and a pretty decent selection of hit episodes too. Awesome DVD, a nice way to cap off Model Thomas here in the States. There is one last Model Series DVD here, though it's not really a Thomas DVD. It's a Hit Favorites DVD called Thrills and Chills, featuring episodes from all of Hit Entertainment's popular shows. I don't ever buy these, but I wanted this one because it featured classic series episodes on it. Halloween from Season 8, and Haunted Henry and Duncan Gets Spooked from Season 5. These DVDs have language options too, which means rare French dubs. Aw yeah. And that covers all the Model Series stuff in the American collection. Moving on to the CGI series now. First up is Hero of the Rails, the movie that kicked this era off. Solid movie, I like it. This is also the first DVD in widescreen over here. I really wish they made that a trend for the episodic DVDs. Here's Splish Splash Splosh, the first episodic CGI DVD over here. After how solid Hero of the Rails was, I bought this with high hopes, only to be pretty instantly disappointed. This whole era of the show is such a blur to me. Next up, Thomas and the Runaway Kite. Yeah. Creaky Cranky. Yeah. Misty Island Rescue. Why do I own this? Garbage film, but the first Blu Ray release over here, so that's kind of cool. You get the Blu Ray and the regular DVD in this pack. That's neat. Merry Winter Wish. The Lion of Sodor. Wobbly Wheels and Whistles. Pop Goes Thomas. Okay, seriously, I don't even know if I've watched half of these. Day of the Diesels, another poop film. But it's a nice Blu-ray pack again. And I have to have all the movies, so... Merry Christmas, Thomas. Hey, this one still has the slipcase. Rescue on the Rails. Okay, so we must be at like that gap of time that I just flat out stopped buying DVDs because those are the only season 15 ones that I own. Oh, finally, a good one. Blue Mountain Mystery. One of my, if not my favorite, Thomas movie. Another beautiful Blu-ray pack. A Very Thomas Christmas. Sticky Situations. Muddy Matters. Go, go, Tom. Hell yeah! Okay, now on to the truly good stuff. Railway Mischief was a DVD that caught me by surprise. This was the first ever release of the new Andrew Brenner era stuff, and I remember going into this one, no one knew there would be a new narrator, a new writing style, nothing. Love this DVD. It was a genuine, delightful surprise when it first came out. God, I wish it was in widescreen though. King of the Railway, another beautiful Blu-ray pack. The official kickoff to the Renaissance. Santa's Little Engine, another Christmas DVD, but this one is kinda neat because it features a season 13 episode, Snow Tracks, with all new narration by Mark Morahan. That was pretty damn cool seeing it for the first time. I didn't expect that. I also didn't expect an intermission segment where Mr. Perkins read aloud a Railway series story. All these new DVDs are really surprising me. Keep them coming. The Thomas Way, the final ever DVD in full screen. Thank God. Spills and Thrills. From this one on, all episodic DVDs were in widescreen. You don't have any idea how happy I was when this came out, and it was in widescreen. Trouble on the Tracks, one of the best DVDs from this era. Every episode on this one is a banger. Well, almost.
It must be the flatbeds of fear.
Also the very last Lionsgate release. R.I.P. Engines to the Rescue, the first Universal release, and was only included in a 2-pack with Tale of the Brave, I think, but I could be wrong. Tale of the Brave, another really awesome movie, and on Blu-ray. Love it. The Christmas Engines, another banger. Signals Crossed, poor Spotlight episode, but otherwise, solid release. Dinos and Discoveries. Not the best. From this release onwards, all DVDs were in low quality. Like, we're talking 360p or something. It looks like shit. The footage isn't crisp anymore. And my guess is they did this intentionally, so you'd be more inclined to buy the HD digital release on iTunes or whatever. It's pretty scummy. The Adventure Begins. So comfy. God, I wish this had a proper Blu-ray release. Whale of a Tale. Yeah, it's alright. Wild Water Rescue. Even this late in the game, they were still doing wacky compilation DVDs. This one featured an all-new Season 19 episode, and then the rest are all random Season 16 ones with Michael Brandon narrating. I think all of them have never been released on home media before this, so I guess technically they're all new. It's nice to have them on DVD, I guess. Alright, here's the gold mine. Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure on glorious Blu-ray. The peak of CGI Thomas right here in high definition. I love this thing. Thomas's Christmas Carol. Tales on the Rails. Yep, definitely exists. Start Your Engines. Pretty fun DVD if I'm honest. I like all the intermission segments on this one. The Great Race, the final Blu-ray. Overall a pretty mid film, but glad I got a Blu-ray at least. Again, mine is the Canadian version with the dual language cover. Are these versions rare? Tell me in the comments. Tinsel on the Tracks. S-tier DVD right here. Every episode is a banger. Ultimate Friendship Adventures. 10 episodes on one DVD with no intermissions. Pretty cool, though I do miss those intermission segments. I really love those Mr. Perkins Railway Series ones. Those were awesome. Extraordinary Engines. Yup, this also exists. Journey Beyond Sodor. I'm so sad this didn't get a Blu-ray release. Though I will say, the picture quality on the DVD is pretty crisp this time around. They stopped doing the low-res masters, finally. Much too late though, because the next DVD is the last. Behold, the final ever episodic DVD in the States. Christmas on Sodor, the only American DVD with season 21 episodes. Again, beautiful picture quality on this, and all the episodes rock. I'm sad this was the last ever one, but they really could not have chosen a better final episode to end the saga on.
That's never gonna happen.
He must be having you on.
But it did happen, didn't it?
That is how Thomas ended its US home media reign. And you know what? I ain't even mad about it. And that, my friends, was everything in the American collection. This video is already running super long, and we still haven't gotten to my British and Japanese stuff. Oh boy. Alright, moving on to the British collection. Okay, so we'll go in order of release again. The earliest British DVD I have is Truckloads of Fun from 2001, a bumper DVD featuring 10 random episodes from seasons 1 to 5, with the greatest cover design of all time, and that's why I wanted it. The stock photo of Thomas that's on everything, the terrible early 2000s rainbow gradient, the Comic Sans font, a true masterpiece of awful. I got this guy from Sean, aka ThomasFan261, who was nice enough to send me a few UK DVDs I wanted. Thanks, man. Next up is another bumper DVD, Seasonal Scrapes from 2001. A whopping 17 random episodes from seasons 1 to 5. I love these giant releases. I wish the US got stuff like this. Found this guy at a CEX in Salisbury in the UK. Quite a nice find. Here is The Fogman from 2002. The first release featuring Season 6. I wanted this DVD specifically because the crops of the widescreen versions of the episodes on this one show more of the frame. For instance, here's a shot from the complete Series 6 DVD, and here's the same shot from this DVD. There's no tiny black bars on the sides. You can actually see a little bit more. Why wasn't all of Season 6 released like this? Why is that black bar even there? Next up is another bumper DVD, The Very Best of Thomas and Friends from 2003. And the title of this does not lie. Some of the most famous episodes are on this. Buzz Buzz, Ghost Train, Special Letter, Cranky Bugs. So many bangers. Here is Pulling Together from 2004. Nothing special about this one, just a standard Season 7 release with 8 random episodes. I don't even know why I have this. Here's a strange one. Bumper Party Collection, the 2007 re-release. 12 episodes from Season 6 and 7 on this one, and all of them have the Season 8 intro and newer title cards. And the Season 7 episodes have the newer Robert Hartshorn score. If you ever wanted to hear Michelangelos' narration of Rheneas and the Roller Coaster with Hartshorn score, well, this DVD will give you that. As far as I know, this is the only home media release of Hartshorn's Season 7 rescores in the UK. So that's pretty unique. Here's Thomas's Trusty Friends from 2006. 11 of the 13-pack episodes, all in glorious widescreen. It'd be really nice if we could get a proper release of all 13 episodes at some point, each with their own intro and outro, but I'll take it. Here's The Great Discovery, which for some reason has a different cover than the US release. I bought this so I could have a copy of this movie in glorious widescreen. Just lovely. We're getting into the CGI series now. Here is Hero of the Rails, and I bought this because I think the UK dub of this movie is really damn good. Michelangelos has some real enthusiasm in his delivery here, and Ben Small does a great job as Thomas. The CGI series really came in swinging. And here's Splish Splash Splosh. So a long time ago, I decided I would try to get both the US and UK versions of the CGI DVDs because I wanted copies of both dubs, but that didn't last long. Why does the UK cover of this look slightly different from the US one? Like, why is Thomas angled straight? Weird. Another bumper release. This one is called The Best of Thomas. This is basically the UK version of The Greatest Stories, a 20-episode compilation release in honor of the 65th anniversary, featuring episodes from across the whole series. Unlike The Greatest Stories, I think they did a really good job of picking famous episodes from each season. No season is skipped, and the hit era choices are really solid. It's Good to Be Gordon? That's a good one. Gordon and the Engineer, the Donald and Douglas episode? Awesome. Really good DVD. I really like this one. Thomas and the Runaway Kite. Yeah. Again, why is this slightly different from the US one? They swapped that rather dynamic shot of Thomas with some stock standard pic. It looks blander now. Again, I don't know why they did that. Creaky Cranky. Yeah. Wobbly wheels and whistles. Pop goes Thomas. Thomas in charge. I don't even remember buying this one. Oh, finally a good one. Blue Mountain Mystery, one of my favorite movies. So I wanted to have both dubs of it. Here's King of the Railway. Gotta have every movie. Well, at least the good ones. Tale of the Brave, another banger. Definitely needed the UK dub of this. The Adventure Begins, how can I not? I actually got this at Drayton Manor when I visited in 2017. Only time I've been there, and I went home with a good-ass DVD. Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. Gotta have the GOAT. Here's Start Your Engines. So I do have every episodic release for season 19 onwards. Still working on 17 and 18 though. Whale of a Tale? Yup. Here's Full Steam to the Rescue, which is an interesting one. 6 season 19 episodes, and then the Christmas Coffee Pot and Over the Hill, 2 Christmas episodes from season 20, are included as bonus features. Very strange. Here is Thomas's Christmas Carol, which has 8 episodes on it. Way superior to the US one. Tales from the Rails, which is one the US did not get. 6 season 20 episodes and 2 season 19 ones. We did get Tales on the Rails, which the UK didn't get, as well as Tales from the Tracks. Yeah, it's confusing. Here's Extraordinary Engines. Not much to say here. Team Up with Thomas, another one the US didn't get. This DVD is awesome. It has like all the best episodes from season 20 on it. Ryan and Daisy, Useful Railway, Mike's Whistle, Mucking About. I am so sad the US didn't get this one. This one rocks. Journey Beyond Sodor. Now, I don't love this movie, but it's good enough to warrant owning both dubs in my opinion. Christmas on Sodor, which is just as awesome as the US one. Here's the first of 2 Season 21 DVDs that the US did not get. This is Danger at the Docks, which has 6 Season 21 episodes, and a random Season 19 one. And the final DVD, as far as I'm concerned, On the Go with Thomas, featuring the final episodes of Season 21. I don't own any of the Big World era DVDs, and I don't plan to. This is the final Thomas DVD for me. Oh, but we're not done yet. We still have the complete series DVDs. The complete series 1, all 26 episodes from season 1 on one disc. This is the 2012 release featuring all the remastered versions of the episodes. All the footage that I use in my videos, reviews, etc. ripped straight from these DVDs right here. However, inside the case is something a bit different. So another fun fact about me. Back in like 2010 or so, I bought the Classic Collection box set, which featured all of the original 90s masters of seasons 1 through 5, as well as seasons 6 through 11 in slim cases. Some years ago, I made the foolish decision to downsize the collection and get rid of the box that these came in. A dumb decision, and one that I regret. And I kept all the discs in a DVD book, until recently. I bought a set of clear double disc cases and put my 2012 complete series cases in them. So now within my complete series 1 case, I have a disc with all the remastered versions of the episodes, and a disc with all the 90s masters of the episodes. A double whammy. Here is the complete series 2, which had the same treatment. Remasters on one disc, original on the other. The complete series 3, which, you guessed it, has the same treatment. Remasters on one disc, original on the other. The complete series 4, one of the best seasons ever. 2012 masters on one disc, 90s on the other. The complete series 5, another one of the best seasons ever. 2012 on one disc, 90s masters on the other. The complete series 6, which I don't think there is any major difference between the two discs. Like, I think the only difference is that the 2012 ones use the newer Steam Cloud logo in the intro instead of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, which is on the older disc. And the complete series 7. Pretty sure there is no difference between the two discs here, but I have both. I also have seasons 8, 9, 10, and 11, which are without cases at the moment. I would like to get some custom ones printed up in the same style as seasons 1 to 7. I know someone in the fandom has done them before, I just don't remember who. If you are that person, please hit me up, because I would love to order a few if I could. Completely just ignoring seasons 12 to 16, because let's be honest, who cares about those seasons? We move on to the complete series 17. I really love the way this one is packaged. 13 episodes on one disc, 13 on the second. Nice and even, and the quality of the episodes is crisp. Here's the complete series 18, which I don't like how it's packaged. 20 episodes on one disc, and then the 6 episodes from Dinos and Discoveries on a second disc. Those 20 long episodes on one disc means they've been compressed, and the quality is just not very good. And then they went and did the same thing for series 19 as well. 20 eps on one big disc, and the 6 Start Your Engines episodes on another. Not a fan. And the final one, the complete series 20. 20 episodes on one disc, and the 6 Extraordinary Engines ones on the second. Now I love season 20, but I kinda hate this release, if I'm being honest. The front cover uses possibly the worst picture of Thomas I've ever seen, and it's not even a complete set. The 2 Glenn episodes are missing from this. I think I read somewhere that they would have included those on a complete series 21 DVD, but alas, that never came out. We were so close to having all the good seasons complete. And that completes my British collection. But wait, we're not done yet. We still have some Japanese DVDs to look at, and these are going to be interesting. I acquired my Japanese DVDs back in 2018 or so, when I found out Amazon Japan can ship straight to you in the US with no middleman. So I just kinda bought all the DVDs I could from there. These are, of course, in Japanese, so I don't know what the exact titles are of these, so I'm just going to call them what the wiki translates them to. Some of these are going to sound really funny. We'll go in order. First up is Nice to Meet You, Thomas, which is basically Japan's version of Best of Thomas. 8 Thomas-centric episodes from the first 2 seasons, and they're all remastered too. Next up is Anytime with Percy, which is basically a Best of Percy. Another 8 remastered episodes from the first 5 seasons. Next is Anytime with James, which is, you guessed it, a Best of James. 8 James-centric episodes. Japan really loved Best of DVDs, because they did a lot of them. Next is Gordon and Henry the Large Engines, a double Best of featuring 8 episodes about the 2 of them. And here's another double, this is Toby and Edward the Little Engines, a Best of featuring these 2. Clearly, they didn't have enough episodes of each to warrant their own DVDs, so they just kinda combined them. Fine by me. Then we have Birdie and Harold Fellow Friends, 8 episodes about the 2 most known non-rail characters. Here's the Engine Twins, the most unique best of in my opinion. A best of DVD dedicated to both sets of twin engines. Nice to see them getting some love here. Here is Thomas's Christmas, which is, you guessed it, a Christmas compilation DVD. I don't think this is a part of the Best of series, but I could be wrong. Nice selection of episodes on this, all across seasons 1 to 7. And the last Best of DVD, Thomas and the Mountain Railway Engines. 8 episodes focused on all the narrow gauge engines, appropriately all episodes from season 4. Awesome DVD, great episode selection. Next up is Sodor Tour Surprise Happening. And I'll be honest, I don't really know what this DVD is about. Like, it's basically a giant documentary-style clip show thing on Sodor with full episodes spliced in. Like, they have a whole segment on the trucks, and then it cuts to Thomas and the trucks. Then there's a bunch of random clips surrounding different locations, and it cuts to snow. Weird DVD. I don't really get this one, but it is neat, I guess. The US and UK definitely never got stuff like this. Next is the first of the Thomas Classics series line, which is just a line of DVDs, each with 6 random episodes from the Classic series, surrounding a theme. This one is called Try to Get Along, and features 6 random episodes about, well, characters getting along. Next is a celebration DVD called Sodor Island is Buzzing with Activity Today. 6 episodes about parties and big events, paint pots and queens, best dressed engines, episodes like that. I like this one. Good theme. Here is a really cool one, which just might be my favorite Japanese DVD in the collection. A Lot of Engines, which is a part of a series that features 4 episodes directly based on Railway series stories. This particular edition was made to celebrate Wilbert Awdry's centenary in 2011. And the DVD opens up with a whole segment recapping his life and children. It's awesome! What a way to honor the guy. Then it talks about the Railway series, and then it retells entire stories using the illustrations. After a story ends, it then plays the TV series episode of that story. God, what a cool concept! Japan is so creative with their DVDs. I absolutely love this. Here's an awesome one. I Will Not Lose to the Diesel. 8 episodes about the steam versus diesel conflict. Diesel 10 is on the cover despite not being on the DVD, but whatever. The second Classic series volume, Operation Mischief. 6 episodes about characters playing tricks on others. Fun theme, good episode selection. Volume 3, People of Sodor Island, which is 6 episodes focused on human characters. So you get like Tom Tipper with Mind That Bike, the Refreshment Lady in Refreshment Lady's Tea Shop, etc. Another good theme. I like this series a lot. Okay, so the literal translation of this title is hilarious. Welcome aboard, Pleasant Fellow first appearance on Sodor Island. What a mouthful. This one is pretty cool. 6 episodes featuring the first appearances of some known characters, and then a whole 15-minute segment showing clips of the first appearance of pretty much every character. And I mean every character. Again, another cool theme. Only in Japan, I swear. Another classics, Strange Story of Thomas the Tank Engine, which is basically a spooky themed DVD. All the spooky episodes like Ghost Train, Haunted Henry, etc. You can't go wrong with a Halloween theme. Here's the second Railway Series DVD, Engine's Big Success. 4 more episodes directly based on book stories, complete with retellings of the book stories with illustrations. I love this series so much, I wish I had more. Another classics, I'm Busy, Hurry Hurry. Not the strongest theme, I think. I think it has to do with episodes where characters are in a rush or something. Kinda weak, but the episode choices are bangers. All at Sea, No Sleep for Cranky, You Can't Win, Jack Jumps In. Wow. Definitely an S tier DVD. We have an overlap of themes here. Fun stories popped out from Picture Book. It's a classics volume, but the theme is Railway Series. 6 episodes directly based on the book stories, but they don't recap the stories with illustrations like the other 2 did. Still pretty cool though. Any acknowledgement of the books is fine by me. Another classics, To Transport a Lot Today. I don't think I get the theme of this one. I guess it's episodes that revolve around making deliveries. Percy James and the Fruitful Day, Oliver's Finds, Something Fishy. I don't know. Kind of a weak one in my opinion. Oh, here we go. This is a good theme. Crash and Smash, Look Out. 6 episodes that feature crazy crashes. Fish, Hard Lorry, Spotless Record. Oh, yes. Missed opportunity to feature a better view for Gordon, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Another classics. No Troubles. I don't get the theme of this one either. I guess it's all episodes where the characters get themselves in trouble. Trouble with Mud, Oliver Owns Up, The Refreshment Lady, By George. I don't know. I kind of think they're stretching these themes a little thin here. Look Out, A Great Crisis. What a title. All episodes where engines have to perform epic rescues, I think. You got Escape, 4 Little Engines, Salty Stormy Tale, Stepney Gets Lost. Pretty epic. But then Jack Frost is also on here, which is just pretty out of place. And the most recent release in the collection, Run! Big Race on the Island of Sodor. This is its own thing, separate from the other themes, but it seems to be 4 episodes about runaways and going fast. Busy Going Backwards, The Runaway Elephant, etc. And that's it for Japanese DVDs. I would love to build up this collection more, but importing from Japan is expensive, so not a priority for me at the moment. Would love to get a hold of some of the older DVDs that feature the original masters. Someday. And that, everyone, is my entire Thomas Home Media collection. The differences in how each major country markets the show is so interesting. The US does their own volumes with name boards and special intermissions. The UK has the complete series and bumper collections. And Japan loves doing their themed DVDs. It's so fun, and I like having all of these multiple different ways to take in my beloved show. Only possible with physical media like this. So if you made it this far into the video, then I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thanks once again for supporting me and my content, and I will see you all in the next one.